Story time. I'm going to try and encapsulate the last year into 3 minutes. Right. So 10th of June last year, that was my birthday. Had my birthday. 4 days later, my mum has a stroke, falls down the stairs, breaks 10 ribs, 2 vertebrae in her back. My brother and I fly over in the middle of a pandemic, get over there. COVID is rampant, raging. It's going to kill everybody. I think, oh my God, I'm going to be dead like in 5 minutes. We didn't die, which was kind of good. Nobody was dying around us, which is also good. But it was a nightmare, absolute fucking nightmare, going to hospital all the time. Obviously, Mum was in a really bad way because obviously she'd had this massive, so she had a stroke, fallen down the stairs and done all of the damage. Ended up getting stuck there because there's a massive pandemic. Couldn't come home to my husband or my son. Missed them terribly. Was having an absolute nightmare. Had a great idea to lose weight while I was there to surprise my husband and my son when I returned to New Zealand eventually, which of course I did. Eventually, I got a spot in MIQ and got back to New Zealand 7 months later and 36 kilos lighter. Yes, I was a chunky chunker. Anyway, came back to New Zealand thinking, oh my God, my husband's going to think I'm so hot and sexy. But no, I got home to New Zealand and he hadn't cleaned the house for like 7 months. So I literally got off the plane, was thinking, there's going to be flowers and champagne. Don't ever have expectations on people, really bad idea. And he had cleaned the house in his way, but not in my way. Came back, kissed my husband, kissed my kid, absolutely just so happy about everything. But then what happened, problems, more and more issues. I ended up going to a couples counselling session, and we went to a couples retreat. We went to a retreat to work on our marriage. He ended up falling in love with another person at the retreat. Not ideal. Next thing, we both catch COVID. And then we get locked into a camper van together for 7 fucking days after he'd done what he'd done. You can imagine the joy of hanging out with him in the camper van. Anyway, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna keep trying to make this work. I'm gonna flipping flog this horse. But we ended up separating anyway, which we've done. 29th of May, that happened. Cry. Birthday month. His birthday's in June. My birthday's in June. My son's birthday's in June. Ugh, why did he have to break up at the beginning of birthday month? I had all these things planned. So many exciting things happening. Anyway, so we did all of that. Now we've separated. And now I'm like, you know what? Rather than sitting at home crying my eyes out, I'm going to buy a ticket and go to England and go and look after my mum again. So that's what I'm going to go and do. In 9 days' time, I'm going to fly to England and I'm going to go and spend, I don't know how many months over there caring for my mum and crying with her instead of sitting at home alone and crying with my little cat, who is going to be there living here with my son, and my ex-husband is going to be living in the house when I leave.